Hey, what's up everyone? Rushmouth3 here, back again with another Transformers review. And today I've got the review of Dark of the Moon, Target exclusive Voyager class Ratchet. Sorry that I haven't made a video in a while. I've just been pretty busy with school and everything, and I really want to put a video out, but whenever I do, something always comes up and I can't. So, let's just go on with the review. So, he did come with a comic book, so let's take a look at it first. It is published by IDW, which makes most of the Transformers comics, and I think all of them. So it's a pretty short comic. See, in there it says who made it, and then advertisement for MechTech weapons. It's a pretty cool comic, even though there's only 3 characters in it: RC, Ratchet, and what was his other name? Space Case. There we go. Which they eventually did make a toy of him, and I think they also repainted him to put him into the Dark of the Moon line. But anyways, yeah, it's a pretty cool comic book, except for one thing. What the hell is that? That's what I want to know. What is that? I don't know. Here's Ratchet. Just a repaint to have Dark of the Moon colors. Let's just do a quick comparison with another Voyager, which is a decent Voyager size. And here he is next to his deluxe version. Oops, almost fell. So you can see, I really hate how they didn't even paint the back. They didn't even try to paint it. They just left it all green. And I really like the green on this guy rather than the green on him. It's yellowish. It's not even green. But yeah, they share most of the same color scheme and paint apps. Of course, the color scheme is the same, but I don't know why I said color scheme. But yeah, you see his search and rescue, an Autobot symbol, and fire department right there. It has E4 right there, and a couple Cybertronian symbols on there. A Cybertronian symbol on the roof. And same thing with here. He also has some silver details right here with it's supposed to be molded tools. And then he has it on both sides. They removed the clear translucent windows, which he had on his first movie, and all the other repaints. Except for this one, where I don't know why they went with the painted windows. I hate painted windows. But yeah. That's basically his vehicle mode. So anyways, let's go ahead and transform him. What you want to do is you want to take this roof piece off. Then you want to take this panel and separate it. Then you bring it outwards and bring it out. We'll also extend that. So you want to do that. And then right here, what you want to do is you want to fold it like this so he's kind of bending on his knees. And then you want to flip this up so that his knees can go down. Then you want to separate it, rotate it around, and then bring down his feet, which will allow you then to fully extend his knees. Alright, let me just move this up. So now what you want to do is you want to take the crotch area and flip it forward. And then right here there's going to be a hole and a peg right there. So you just want to flip that up, and then that will peg in itself. So now you're taking these, flip it up, and hold on, because you didn't get to see that. Alright. Okay. So you want to flip this forward, rotate the arms up like that, and then you take the windows, fold them all the way back, and then you take this entire upper torso and you bring it down. So now you take these panels and flip them back. Flip his arms down. Then take this to reveal his head. And there you have Voyager Ratchet in his vehicle mode. Or, did I just say vehicle? I meant robot mode. I'm not thinking straight today. But yeah. So let me just quickly transform his Dark of the Moon Deluxe version and to compare him. Okay, so here he is next to his Dark of the Moon Deluxe version. So you could definitely tell he's a lot taller. The color scheme is basically the same. You know, you got most of the white where it's on here. Of course, the shoulder pads are different. On here, he has the wheels facing forward. On here, he actually has them on his shoulders facing sideways. And I like the head sculpt on this one way better. But I like the light piping on here, and I'll show you why I like it better on here soon. But yeah. Alright. So let's move on more onto this figure, because that's basically what you're watching the review for, not the other guy. One of my major complaints is this is probably the most stupidest thing that Hasbro has ever done. And Hasbro's done some pretty stupid things. But this probably, it just makes you say, what were they thinking when they were designing this? Remember how I said that these used to be translucent? He has light piping too, you can see. Light piping is a gimmick that's been on Transformers for a while now. It makes, for those of you who don't know what it is, it's basically, if you were to take light and shine it through the top of his head, it would kind of be like his eyes would be glowing. So I guess they went in the right direction to put light piping on this guy. But no. Instead of making this translucent, this is painted. So there's no way that his eyes can light up. Which is really stupid. I mean, what were they thinking making this painted? Like, it just ruins the gimmick. It's one of those gimmicks that no one ever complains about because it's actually pretty cool. But it's really stupid how they messed up and painted it. But anyways, you know, Hasbro's done some pretty stupid stuff, but that's really just stupid. Anyways, articulation. His arms can go 360, they go in and out, they rotate, and they do bend. And he also has somewhat articulation on here. Like, his arm can do that. I don't think he can do on this one. No. Yes, he can a little bit, actually. His legs can go forward, back, in, out. They can't bend at the knee because of this piece of plastic right here, which I'm gonna probably shave off. But probably not, because I'm not going to put them in any pose. I don't have any of my Transformers on my shelf with poses. I just, you know, put them in a normal stance, the way they were intended to be. But yeah, that's basically it. His knee does rotate because of the transformation. No waist articulation, because he has this big plastic piece that basically holds his body together. That's it for articulation. His head can rotate, but it can't rotate 360 because his face gets blocked by that plastic. Oh yeah, he also has another gimmick right here. What you want to do is you want to flip this piece up and then pull this back, flip his hand in, close that piece, rotate this up, and now he has this axe, in which this is Hasbro's version of basically like how in the movie he had a buzzsaw. So that's basically Hasbro's version of that. But if you have the Dark of the Moon Deluxe version and you want a more movie accurate Ratchet, you could take his MechTech weapon and plug it onto his arm. So now he has a more movie accurate buzzsaw. And I think I'm going to leave it like this. I'm probably going to take out the spring so that it can stay like this. But that's a really good idea, because it's originally intended for right there. And I don't have the original Ratchet, so I don't know if they made it bigger for MechTech or just made it the same for the MechTech and intended it that way. Overall, I like the figure. I always wanted this mold. It's nice to have this mold. One complaint, everything is really easy to pop off. On here, I'm really surprised that nothing popped off on here. because it likes to pop off randomly. If you find it, I would say if you don't have the mold from the original movies, get him. If you have this guy, I would say pass on him. But if you want to have both, or if you just want to buy the deluxe version, just have this, what the hell, get him. But I don't strongly recommend him, but I do recommend him. You know, I like the figure. What more can I say? Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.